As highly sensitive people, we often clue in to the subtle social signals that people send. And as a result, we can sometimes be hurt by them. And so, for that reason, it's especially important for us to have a way of reinterpreting situations so that we can experience them in a less stressful way. So let's begin this meditation by thinking of a situation where someone gave some kind of disapproval or maybe a slight, like a look of disapproval or some look of disgust, maybe, or showed some kind of disinterest of some kind towards you. Could be very subtle, just an eye gesture, just a body movement. But think of a specific time, think of a specific person. This will help you stay grounded as we do this work. So, for example, I can think of a time when I got back in touch with a friend who I'd been out of contact for a long time. And we emailed back and forth a little bit, but he never really showed much initiative to pick things up again, or to even talk by phone. And so I took this as like personal. It felt like I was hurt by it a little bit, and I kind of guarded my distance after that. So think of a situation like that. Somebody dissed you. Somebody just gave you a little signal that they're not that interested. See if you can find something specific with somebody specific. And if you need more time, just hit the pause button and take your time with that. It helps to really find a specific person, place, and time if you can. So now we have to look at what is the thought that's going on in a situation like that. What is causing me stress? What am I thinking and believing? And for me, the thought that comes up is there must be something wrong with me. There may be other thoughts that are similar for you, but let's just land on that one and see if you can identify where you're feeling something similar. This person showed some sign of disinterest, and then on some level, it might not have been even a conscious level, but on some level, there's this feeling like, oh, there must be something wrong with me. So let's take that and go through the 4 questions of the work together. So the first question is it true? Is it true that there must be something wrong with you because of that signal of disinterest that you saw in the other person? It's just a yes or a no. So take your time and sit with it and be as honest as you can. Just completely honest. There's no right answer here. Is it true that there must be something wrong with you because of their disinterest? And in my case, I'm sticking with my gut, my energy. I'm sticking with a yes. Feels like, yeah, there must be something wrong with me. So, and I'm even seeing other proof coming in already of other people that this has happened with. So yeah, there really must be something wrong with me. So whether your answer is a yes or a no is not important. If it's a yes, then the next question is for you. Can you absolutely know it's true that there must be something wrong with you because this person showed some sort of disinterest? And again, it's a yes or a no. Are you sure? Can you absolutely know it's true? There must be something wrong with you because of that. And again, be honest. Like I can almost say no, but I really actually still feel like it's true. I have to honor that. And I just have to say, yeah, yeah, I think there really is. I can absolutely know there's something wrong with me. So I love landing on that honest answer, no matter what it is. So the next question is, how do you react? What happens in that situation? So for me, with that emailing exchange, what happens to you when you think that there must be something wrong with you because this person is not showing that much interest? What are the feelings that come in? Maybe there's a sadness, some kind of loneliness. How do you treat yourself? It's just part of how you react. How do you treat yourself when you think there must be something wrong with you? I, I pull in, pull back, I retreat. I feel a kind of shame, and I judge myself as not good enough, as something's wrong. And then my mind wants to get busy. What is that wrong thing? Can I fix it? Like I start getting into problem solving instead of, yeah, it's just busy, but it's also heavy. There's also kind of a hopelessness about it. Yeah, I'll probably never figure it out. I haven't yet. So the heaviness. And then part of reaction is, what images do you see from the past? There must be something wrong with me when somebody shows disinterest. I see images of how we used to get along so well, how much fun we used to have. And then what happened? Yeah. I see me kind of abandoning him long time ago, moving away, not staying in touch so well. So I feel again shame. How about you? Someone gives that look of disapproval, someone gives that show of disinterest or even disgust. What images do you see from the past? I can even see an image of me and my house where I grew up thinking, our family doesn't quite fit in with the rest of the world. Like there's something wrong with us. We're different. So your mind can go anywhere. And then notice images in the future as well. This is also reaction. Does your mind get into a future story when you think there must be something wrong with you because of this person not showing interest in you? And just see myself alone or with very few friends or feeling just kind of sidelined. And it's all laced with a feeling of sadness. So let's go to the fourth question of the work, which is, who would you be without the thought in the same situation? Same person, doing the same thing, showing the same disinterest, whatever that is in your situation. So if they did the same thing, but you didn't have the thought that there must be something wrong with me, who would you be? Without the thought, there must be something wrong with me. I don't sink down. doesn't feel so personal. I'm aware of how much I don't know. I have no idea what has been going on with this friend for so many years. I don't know where his mind is. I don't know what his priorities are. Who would you be with the same person turning away from you if you didn't think there was something wrong with you? It's almost a kind of confidence that's there as I experience it. Yeah, I'm not making it mean something about me. I'm kind of more curious about what's going on for him. And I'm more understanding of kind of the distance that's been there. So really sit in this. Like, who are you? Who are you? Be there face to face with this person if you're in a situation like that. What's it like? What do you see when you look at that person without the thought that there's something wrong with you? What could be going on for them? This is a place of curiosity. It feels more open for me. So this shows you what a difference one thought can make in your internal experience. With the thought, there must be something wrong with me, it just pulls me right down into almost a depressing kind of place. And self-blaming and shame. But without that thought that there must be something wrong with me, I'm standing more confident and I'm seeing with a more open mind and I'm exploring what could be going on for that person. I'm more understanding. So the only point of looking at this is to see how one thought changes everything. I always like to say one drop of poison in the food ruins the whole food. So one stressful thought, like this one in the mix, can make the whole emotions go down. So if this is the effect of this thought, let's explore some opposites of the thought and see if they may be as true or maybe truer. So the original thought is there must be something wrong with me. And the first turnaround would be there's not necessarily anything wrong with me. So look in your situation. This person showed some disinterest, maybe some disapproval. How is it possible that there's not necessarily anything wrong with you, even though they did that? Are there any alternative explanations for their behavior besides something wrong with you? I mean, first thing that comes to mind in my situation is that he may be really busy. He may just be busy with his life. I don't know for sure, but it's a possibility, and it has nothing to do with me. So what else could explain that there's not necessarily anything wrong with you, even when the person shows disinterest? Right. Like my friend may have just moved on, may have good friends that he hangs out with and is not looking for another friend, not trying to get back to kind of friendship we had. And it doesn't mean that he doesn't like me. It's just that he lives in a different place and wants to be around people that he hangs out with. And maybe his interests have changed. Maybe the kinds of people that he's interested in are different than who I've become over the years. That's natural. Doesn't necessarily mean there's anything wrong with me. And I was doing a similar piece of work with someone recently, and she kind of discovered that it could be just almost there's a kind of prejudice about that people have about the type of person she is, kind of quiet person. And I'm kind of like that. So sometimes people misinterpret that. They may think I'm not interested. They may think I'm yeah, too shy or just something like that. And so they may have interpreted me as not being interested and then just followed suit. This is a very possible explanation that it's not that there's something wrong with me. It's just that my friend may not have fully seen me or may not have understood that. So how about you in your situation? How's it possible that there's not necessarily something wrong with you when someone shows disinterest? What could be going on for them? Maybe they're maybe they're having a bad day. Maybe they're just reached their limit. Maybe they just don't have a filter. They don't mean much by it, but it comes out. And maybe, for me as a highly sensitive person, I pick up on the subtlest rejection. And it may not be much of a rejection at all. In fact, I may be giving up too soon. So these are all possibilities. And I encourage you to keep thinking, what other possibilities are there that could help balance the story? That it's not necessarily anything wrong about me. Similarly, we could say another turnaround would be, there must be something wrong with him, them. And without making it like blaming them, there could be some truth in that. Like there could be something wrong. Like the person is really stressed or something, or has no bandwidth for this communication. So in other words, it's not necessarily all about me. And just that possibility, without even knowing the specifics, can change the feeling when I think of someone. Don't know what's going on for them. Could be a lot going on. In fact, we could kind of land on a turnaround, something like, there's nothing wrong with anyone here. We're all human beings doing the best we can to navigate this complex life. And communication is challenging. We live in different worlds, and how we manage to communicate at all is sometimes amazing. So there's nothing wrong with anybody. Somebody may be having a reaction, or somebody may be just feeling interest pulled in a different direction. Or someone, like I may remind this other person of something in someone else, and they're just seeing that on me. Like, there's nothing wrong with any of this. It's what we humans do. And for me, seeing this just levels the playing field, makes it feel like we're all on equal ground here. And there's not something wrong with me. That's what we're trying to balance. The mind loves to go in and just attack really quickly. Oh, it's me. I'm wrong. There's something wrong. But that's not a balanced viewpoint. And that's what we're seeing here. There may be other ways to look at the same situation that may be less stressful and truer in the long run.